My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Dually. I should play Vanessa in this patch at some point, and I will. Today, unfortunately, is not some point. I'm just too damn interested in Dually. I feel like there's so much more I need to learn about this guy. Like, you know, which of these cores am I taking? Armored core, every 6 seconds, shield 15, and give items to the right, +5 shield. The core, charge all items to the right of this 1 second. When you use any item to the left of this, charge it a second. And weaponized core, give the weapon to the right of this +5 damage to the fight. I've never really got weaponized core to do much at all, so let's try. Oh, Sterling sells silver tier items. Give me Miss Isles right now. I can't afford those. A pylon or a combat core? I can get DJ Robot though, which would give me 3 nanobots. I mean, I think I could rock DJ Robot for like a while, and then change out of DJ Robot later. So these activate each 6 seconds, and it only activates off of small friends that I have fielded. So I wonder if I'm better off trying to upgrade their damage every 6 seconds, or haste them every 10. DJ Robot is not great for actual board application right now. Fanged Inglet, Viper, and Kyver Drone. I'll definitely beat all of these. Kyver Drone gives me the ability to possibly get some cooldown reduction, I believe, as well as crit. Yeah, there's the cooldown reduction 3%. There's the talisman for crit. Fanged Inglet has pelts, which could be relevant. Viper, almost nothing. All right, Inglet. Give me a pelt. Day 1 robot. I suspect this will be good for like 4 days and then be very bad. But I've got the opportunity to play with it, why not? Middle sells medium items, Nuvu sells skills. I can't think of many skills that I want the level 3 version of right now. Sorry, bronze version of, cost 3 version of. I'm gonna take a treasure chest. Oh. It's another friend. Ice 9000. Every 8 seconds, poison force 3, and freeze an item for 1 second. When you freeze, it gains poison for the fight. Holding that speculatively could be fun. See whether or not I find something that's working with that. Again, I don't really want to go to Pip for a bronze tier skill. I'm gonna take the Lost and Found Eagle Talisman. 5% crit chance. Nothing wrong with that. I'll give that to the weaponized core because I know that the core is going to stay on field, whereas I know the rest of this stuff is probably going to disappear. I really wanted Miss Isles. I just wanted any of the multi-hitting weapons that you can start getting at the silver tier for this character. Miss Isles first and foremost, of course. Okay, so they are scaling their defense via that armored core. I'm scaling my damage slightly, but not as much as they're scaling their defense, unfortunately. So I suspect I will lose this one. All I have are suspicions. I mean, yeah, I'm not really keeping them at parity. They peak above my health pretty consistently here. Yeah. Oh, never mind! Oh, just. We got him. Slow item, JJ sells items, jungle ruins. That's a fair few slow items I'd like. Duct tape first and foremost, thank you kindly. Every 6 seconds, slows an item for a couple of seconds. First off, there we go, you go on board, you go on board. And then, am I just trying to activate the weaponized core as much as possible without doing any in-fight scaling? So I asked for some assistance in terms of, like, what am I misunderestimating about this character? What am I not getting? Because I really do feel like I'm in that position right now. Thank you kindly to all of you who responded. I think a fair synthesis of a lot of points that were made is that a lot of the time I'm trying to benefit from the core's ability to buff the items to the right of it, whereas most of the time it turns out to be more efficient to have the core to the full right of the board with everything on its left so that the core activates as commonly as possible, giving you an item that is kind of going off, and then you start scaling from that item going off rather than putting things on the right necessarily. I'm not going to say it's never the right thing to put things on the other side. I have to imagine it is in certain circumstances, but I'm happy with this. I'll even take an experience. None of the rest of these are really rocking with me. A tool could give me a small guy, a little friend for my nanobots, but let's go for the experience. Finn's Big Bite, the ability to get 10 additional shielding on the duct tape is insane.
Now this is health food, literally.
Rogue Scrapper versus Covetous Thief versus the Giant Mosquito. So the Giant Mosquito does have haste a weapon for 3 seconds at the start of the fight. That's okay. They've got Insect Wing for some cooldown reduction. Covetous Thief has a Sharpening Stone, has Shadowed Cloak, Grindstone. All of these kinds of things might be useful, like especially Shadowed Cloak, just getting the weaponized core, some additional haste, stuff like that. Rogue Scrapper. Rogue Scrapper does have Junkyard Club, as well as Junkyard Repair Bot, and Scrap... Wow, Rogue Scrapper actually has a surprising amount of hits here for us. The Scrap would be plus 12 shield every time I use an adjacent item to duct tape. How incredible would that be? Junkyard Club, just 6 damage to all my units on field, nothing wrong with that. Junkyard Repair Bot, when I sell this, give my first Aiden that I'm definitely going to pick up because it's a small friend. Plus 15 heal. There's also a Barbed Wire for in case I want to benefit from duct tape shielding. There's even a med kit, again, for first Aiden. That's a very promising fight. The skill is Rust at the start of each fight, slow an item for 3 seconds. That's incredible because it happens at the start of the fight. So at the start of the fight, slow an item for 3 seconds. And then, if I have the skill that freezes an item when I slow, freeze an item. Oh my god, that's Scrap. Oh my god. This duct tape is incredible right now. Kina sells non-weapon items. There's a Strange Mushroom. I'm gonna hit up the Strange Mushroom and take an experience. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item, get a shield item. DJ Robot is only 1 second of haste for my nanobots every 10 seconds. DJ Robot is the least powerful thing about buying DJ Robot. Upgrade your leftmost. So that's only 5 additional shielding for duct tape. It's significantly less impactful than just giving it scrap. I mean, I could upgrade the weaponized core. That's just additional damage. Get a shield item. I'm not especially keen on that. I'm gonna upgrade the core. Kev's Armory for health, toughness, and shield items. Realistically, that's basically gonna offer me, at best, an upgrade for duct tape, which I don't care about. I'm gonna hit the Monster Ranch and go for 2 gold tier monster loot items, because I pay 8 for them. And, in this case, I get back 10, as well as 9% cooldown reduction on an item, which, on DJ Robot, that's a second. That's a full second off of its cooldown. Well, here's the question. Is that good enough? Well, I don't know. Would it make a difference in the next fight? Like, I can get 9% off the cooldown of the weaponized core, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's almost, actually, it's probably above half a second. Am I ever going to sub out of this build, though? "9% is huge. I can't just frivolously waste 9% on a character that I intend to replace. Also, it's worth noting, DJ Robot I only really want to upgrade by purchasing, because if I don't purchase DJ Robot, if I just instead use something else to upgrade it, like upgrade your leftmost silver tier item, DJ Robot, sure, will haste my friends for some additional time. Haste your friends. Oh, it actually hastes itself. Okay, that's good. It'll haste my friends for some additional time, which is nice, sure. But it won't give me the additional nanobots, and especially it won't give me gold tier nanobots, which I really want. You know what? DJ Robot, let's do it. You and I, against the world, together, hand in hand, heart in heart. I'm sorry, it's just, he said something at the start of the set, and it really resonated with me. He said, "You guys, let's have fun tonight, okay? Yeah!" And it's just... just looking out for my well-being. Ooh, DJ Robot. Hasting yourself. There's the damage. The enemy had only bolus and grenade to do damage on their behalf, but the duct tape was more than enough defense for us. Good find. Curio. Okay. Curio is actually really, really, really powerful for us here. So is Fortis as well, though. So Fortis could give us some shield skills that could help us scale the duct tape, especially... Actually, hang on, let me quickly check. Fortis, do you even have the ability to sell me this right now? So it's a dually. It's a dually and a common. Or a dually or a common? Hang on. Effectively, what I need is the, yes, when you use a weapon, defensive stance. Okay, so that is available from silver tier upwards. And it says, when you use a weapon, your shield items gain 3 shield for the fight. That would be probably the best scaling I can provide to the duct tape at the moment. There's also hardened shield, which is the same, but for when my enemy uses one. I can't rightly say there's a huge amount of hits here. Sharp corners is pretty good. When you shield, your weapons gain damage for the fight, which that'd go on every trigger of the duct tape. That's lovely. It's just, those are silver tier skills, which, because I'm on day 3, I have a 20% chance of seeing a silver tier skill. I think Fortis shows you 4 skills and there's no rerolls because it's too specific. So I'm hoping that one of them happens to be exactly the one I'm looking for. Whereas Curio, if Curio gives me rocket boots, that's an extra second of haste on DJ Robot. If Curio gives me scrap, that's extra shielding from the duct tape. If it gives me cooldown reduction, holy hell, that's so good for DJ Robot with a high cooldown. I'm gonna go to Curio. There's the rocket boots. So that's an additional second of haste from DJ Robot to everyone, including itself.
Doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
There's the scrap. There's also lifting gloves for 3 damage on all of my weapons,
Now that's a bargain.
which I'll happily take. I'll pay 2. I'll pay 1 rather because I'm selling it.
Use everything.
Right? No, never mind. It sells for 0, so I am actually paying 2. Get rid of the fang. Salamander pup. No. Marble scale mail. Pay 2 to give. That's not that much. Junkyard Club though. You're a bit more.
Warms my rusty soul.
Fine. I'll do it.
See that find a home.
Okay. Give your leftmost haste item plus 1 second of haste to DJ Robot, literally doubling your haste. Let's give all of our weapons 3 damage. Let's give all of our weapons another 4 damage. Let's give 4 more shielding every time we use an item adjacent to the duct tape. Yeah, that could scarcely have worked out better. We got some additional shielding. Actually, hang on, 3 additional shielding as well. There we go, all the way up to 34. We got some additional shielding. We got some additional damage for the entire board, and we got the haste. Oh, that's gonna matter so much. Mountain Pass versus Andy selling small items. Small items could include friends that I want to put on the field. I'd definitely put First Aiden on the field instead of the Weaponized Core. Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass is a very early opportunity for me to pick up some income, but
If you have to ask the price,
I'm not going to do it.
can't afford it.
Chris Army Knife. Every 5 seconds, deal 5 damage and shield 5. It is a small friend, so I think I have to take it at this point.
Be remorseless.
GPU to haste the core and gamma ray. No, thank you on those. You're really not going to give me First Aid. Well, I'll be. I will, however, take Power Sander. Every 4 seconds, adjacent weapons gain 3 damage for the fight, and adjacent shield items gain 3 shield for the fight.
Diamonds come in small boxes.
And then I'll place that between the duct tape and Chris Army Knife. So this is a 4-second trigger, which is slower, definitely, than the Weaponized Core, which is getting a decrease in its cooldown 3 times in 6 seconds? So yeah, basically has half a cooldown, the Weaponized Core. But the Power Sander will give the duct tape the ability to scale in battle as well as the Chris Army Knife the ability to scale in battle, which should be good. Battery. Every 4 seconds, charge the item to the left of this for 2 seconds. I don't think I need that. Scout Trooper. Alright, Scout Trooper. You have small weaponry. Your small weapons deal +9 damage. I don't think you can give that to us. Frost Street Challenger. Also not really anything. Dabbling Apprentice, not really anything. All right, we'll just go for the Scout Trooper. I'm definitely powerful enough to go for some big boys right now. This shielding is incredible. Our damage is pretty good too. Oh, it's all coming up Millhouse. Grappling Hook every 7 seconds, deal 10 damage, and slow an item for 3 seconds. Not particularly interested in that, frankly. Your tools have lower cooldowns. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. I'm going to upgrade the core on this one instead. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I want as many of these cooldowns on the left-hand side of the Weaponized Core, because the Weaponized Core's effective cooldown, given all of the other items that are going to be charging it, is basically going to be 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds maximum, which means that the duct tape is going to get a lot of triggers in battle. That's great. Power Sander, still between the duct tape and Chris Army Knife, everything's going well. Upgrade the core. Additional 20 damage on it, not bad. I'm gonna make the absolutely bold move here of getting 5 golden chocolate bars for 150 max HP. Wholesales large items, no thank you. I literally just spent all of my money, so give me some money and experience. And I'll go away happily and quietly. Okay, Seddon, what are you doing with your build? And can I beat it? That's a very early solar farm. When they burn, they charge that for 2 seconds. You've also got a Omega Ray on board, so you're scaling your burn damage very effectively. I'm honestly like very powerful, but it's how do you stand up against that? Orion sells tools, but Nufu sells skills. Your medium weapons deal 18 additional damage. Give that to the Weaponized Core exclusively. It's not nothing. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna regret it, aren't I? Yeah. First time you use large item each fight? No, first time you burn each fight. Freeze an item for 3 seconds. I'll take that, and I'll include burn when I see it. Give me a random item, please. Slowing. Could be good. Deadly Crooner definitely seems like the pick already. Just quickly seeing if any of the rest of them have anything that would shake my interest in that. No, they do not. Deadly Crooner, let's go. Deadly Crooner has a silver diamond tier scrap, which would be incredible for the duct tape. They're healing quite effectively, actually, though. Oh boy, he really needs some more small friends on the field for these nanobots to do a little bit more impressive of kind of thing, you know? Yeah, thankfully, even with them shielding at a very opportune time with the textiles, they still die before I even reveal my health to them. Speaking of textiles, every 4 seconds, shield 20 and heal equal to your shield. No thank you. Oh, 2 gold for each tool I have, for a total of 8 gold right now? That's 4 days worth of income right now. Curio, hello. Do you want to do the same thing again? Give me some boots.
Just a matter of finding it.
There's marble scale mail for the shield.
20 years waiting for you.
Magma core, gland. I mean, magma core could go on board and it would immediately freeze an item from an enemy. I'm not going to do that, but it could. Okay. Junkyard Club.
Forms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Sell that, giving everything some damage. Sell the marble scale mail, giving everything some shields. Let's get some damage from the rune axe as well. Spiked buckler, some crit chance from these agility boots. 1% crit chance for all items on field. Chris Army knife can take +4 to both shield and... Oh, it's slightly better than the power sander for its first activation. Both shield and damage. Rune axe, 1 to all damage. Get rid of the grappling hook. I'll keep the cool LEDs. There's a world in which I end up putting that back online. Train Spider, you are a small friend, but I don't think you're friendly enough. Proboscis, when you slow, deal 3 damage. Not gonna do it. And Shadowed Cloak as well, which I don't really think I field here either. Kina sells non-weapon items, which does include a lot of friends, as well as... get 100 and... Oh, man. I'm getting 150 HP. I just gained a bunch of money, translating that money into direct advantage on board right now by just getting 150 HP. It's too good. How do you turn that down? Oh, twinsies! Except you actually have fire to activate your ability. You froze my power sander. Prepare to die, obviously. Yeah, there goes the weaponized core and all the 3 nanobots at the same time. That'll give us the win on that one. Zerpin Safari. Monster skills? There's a lot of monster skills that are really good.
Beasties are your teachers.
Diamond Fangs. Your small diamond tier items have their cooldowns reduced by 30%. Do I believe? Augmented weaponry. Your weapons have +1 damage. When you sell a small item, increase this bonus by 1 damage. There's also Petrifying Gaze. The first time you fall below each, half health, each fight. Freeze all enemy items for a second. And then finally, anything to win. When you use a non-weapon item, burn 1 and poison 1. That activates Frostfire. Diamond Fangs is so speculative. It's literally asking me to believe that I'm gonna get diamond-tiered nanobots on field. Let's do it.
See how she crouches before the strike? You can use that.
Study for an additional experience. Tox Clocks. If DJ Robot did turn up, it would cost 8.
I'm so
I'd be able to buy that.
No, I will tell you what happens.
Ooh, heavy duct tape. We'll upgrade the duct tape as well as give it an enchantment. Now it slows items for 2 seconds, which is what it already did. Eh? Oh, okay, it's slowing a second item. It has an additional target for its slow. That's really good. Gorgon Noble. Gorgon Noble actually isn't that dangerous.
Make a lovely stick.
I say, recognizing it's possible I am about to die to her. Oh boy. Yeah, it's actually feeling quite likely I die to her. Okay, okay. We've got enough health that we survive until the...
How would you
There we go.
like to work?
Until the sandstorm kicks in, but we do have enough damage that will kill her before then. Basilisk Fang. When you poison this, gains 10% crit chance for the fight. It attacks every 3 seconds, and if I upgrade it one more time, it'll have its cooldown reduced. The only thing is I don't poison, so didn't really benefit from that one there. Friendship Ring. Your friends have their cooldowns reduced by 3%. Not awful. That said, scrap for additional shielding on the heavy duct tape as well as some additional money is always going to be good for us. 18 additional shielding there. 16, sorry. Barkun sells medium and large items.
Seeds, acorns. Home.
I'm not doing one of the list. Weak point detector, welding torch, roll. Please give me DJ Robot. That's not DJ Robot. Bulldozer. Hi, Bill. Bulldozer. Do I want to field Bulldozer? I mean, I sell the Basilisk Fang. I have to... Weaponized Core takes off field, but Bulldozer does get pretty big. As well as providing a 10% cooldown reduction to all of my friends. These are my friends. Let's see how they glisten. Time to get rid of the power sander. Definitely behind the curve. I'll get 2 additional income and fight Mintberry. DJ Robot literally only increases its haste. Other than that, obviously, it gives you gold and diamond tiers of robots with its upgrades. I don't know if that's enough. Man, this Omega Ray scaling, eh? Real powerful. Apparently, the Alpha Ray is busted at the moment and doesn't actually have the ability to synergize with other rays. Flanking Shield. The first time you use a large item each fight, adjacent shield items gain 15 shield for the fight. I'm going to take the roll, but Flanking Shield is good here. I want to take the roll because I really want more. Small weaponry, or small weapons. Deal 9 damage. Ooh! First Flame. The first time you use a large item each fight, burn 5, which will then freeze for us. Frostfire. Let's take that. Barkun sells medium and large, but unfortunately I can't really utilize that. Chem Snail. When you slow, charge this 3 seconds. I believe 2 instances of slow, sorry, 2 targets being slowed, would count. Would work there. Upgrade your leftmost silver tier item. Probably the most impressive thing to do there would be Bulldozer. Now all of my friends have their cooldowns reduced by 20%. Actually Zookeeper? Is it actually Zookeeper finally? So Zookeeper does have Toxic Friendship. When you use a friend, poison 1. Other than that, they've also got some friends I would be able to play. Nothing really, really impressive. Lich is trouble. Lich is too much damage for us. Trash Golem just isn't as impressive as the possibility of getting something worthwhile. So there's 2 small friends, Dragon Whelp as well as the Trained Spider. The Dragon Whelp does 1 damage and burns equal to its item damage. Thunk. Big Bulldoze is doing some serious work. Crook. Your medium weapons have plus 10 damage for each medium item you have. Nope. I don't have those, so bye-bye. Quixel sells small and medium items, and I could go to the docks to work. I'm gonna go to Quixel. I would love... Motherboard. Every 5 seconds, haste the core for 2 seconds. When the core gains haste, give it 10 damage to the fight. There's also Beta Ray. When you use the core or another ray, charge this for 2 seconds. Cybersecurity, oh no. Deals 20 damage for each weapon you have. It deals triple damage if it's your only friend. And then Balloon Bot. When you use the weapon to the right of this gains 20 shield for the fight. Oh boy. DJ Robot definitely needs to be faster. 2 seconds worth of haste every 7.3 seconds is tough. And it's only getting tougher. Tinker, show me DJ Robot, please. That's fine. That's first aid, and that's what I want. That's what I want to see. Charcoal. When you use another friend, this gains 1 burn for the fight. Water Cooler for some max HP, though. I'm gonna take Water Cooler after I sell Chem Snail.
Now you listen to Dooley, okay? He's fighting for all of us.
So Water Cooler wants to be between 2 of the most commonly triggering items. So first Aiden, activating every 2.4 seconds, courtesy of the 20% cooldown reduction from Bulldozer. And Chris Army Knife definitely justify themselves as that. And then Heavy Duct Tape also wants to be between 2 commonly used ones, so we put the most common use, first Aiden, between them. And then, I guess actually it should be a Nanobot on the other side. I'd love to hit this dually, but unfortunately they're out of bounds. Good lord. You've got Fiery, you've got Omega Ray on board, you've got the soldering gun with triple hit active. Man, it's gonna be hard to kill you in time before you burn my life. I mean, yeah, if I win this fight, I'd be really impressed. God, we got real close, though. Nanobots was just about to end him. Middle, you sell medium items. I'm so focused on this, but if I get the DJ Robot upgrade, so much of our life changes.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Race Carl. When you haste, charge this 2 seconds. There's a security camera there as well. No DJ robot. When you slow, charge this 2 seconds. Weak point detector.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it.
Definitely
It all
not for me.
works out.
All right, Simon.
Curios, crazy, C4s,
Give me something
scary.
important.
You're the only
If you have exactly one friend, I wish. When you upgrade a friend, your other items gain 3 bonus damage and 3 bonus shield and 1 bonus burn. It's also machine learning and then machine learning upgrade the core and burning shield. The first time you fall below half health each fight, shield equal to the total burn of your items. This was way too speculative of a pick. I picked it for a future that I don't think I'm going to get to live in.
I would like to see new other algorithms. Wanna see?
I'm going to go for the party and then some loot items here. That's so much of my defense. First aid needs to stay on field. Reasonably, I could take Walter Cooler and the knife off and do that. Get the weaponized core to charge as quickly as it possibly can. This is probably significantly better. As much as I want to have those 2 additional friends on field. Sergeant Suds and the Thug. Both Treasure Turtle and the Thug have different items they could give us that would be insane hits. So the Thug has the Thieves Guild Medallion. Oh, as well as the Improvised Bludgeon would be great there. As well as Bonk, the skill, Bonk, and enemy items, enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Incredible. The Thieves Guild Medallion for selling it to get access to the Thieves Guild. Similar to that, the Treasure Turtle also has the Genie Lamp, which you can sell to get access to the Genie. I'm going to go for the Thug, especially because the Thug has the Improvised Bludgeon as well, which when you sell gives your leftmost slow item +2 slow, which would be 2 items slowed for 4 seconds every time the heavy duct tape goes off, which seems good to me. That seems delectable in my mind. Also got the Junkyard Club, sell that to give 6 damage to all of my weapons on board, and I've got no problem with that. Anchor. When you use an adjacent item, this gains haste for 2 seconds. Yeah, I expect I'm not going to be using that one. Let's get rid of Ice 9000. I haven't found a bunch of freeze support. Malafong has burn skills. But I'm going to go to Kina and see what you have.
Leave with big bargains.
Memory card, Cog, and Power Sander, definitely not. Bomb Squad, when you use an adjacent friend, charge this 2 seconds. That's a pretty good friend to have on field.
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
Look, I'll take it and field it. I'll give it some burn. I'll give Big Bulldozer some damage. Quicksil has small and medium items, which targets both the items I want to upgrade.
These things.
Power Drill, Lightning, and the Cog. No, thank you for those. Copper Ed is here as a small friend. Does some poison and some shielding. Nope.
Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
I feel like the mistake I made was a very long time ago, and it was not getting the companion core.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I simply should have gotten the companion. I'm not saying, like, obviously that, you know, there's nothing I've done that's not necessarily helpful. But I saw DJ Robot and I wanted to use DJ Robot, so I did, okay? Oh, wow. I mean, hey, I'll get to collect at least one chest.
Bring her
That'll be
out.
good enough for me.
I've got another salvo.
I mean, it's obviously not, but it's better than not one chest. JJ obstacle item and eating. I'm heading up the JJ's. When you use a small item, charge this 1 second, says Micro Dave. No, thank you, I say to Micro Dave. Virus for destroying items, small items on both players' boards in order to increase the poison of this item that costs 12 seconds to activate. Eat it fins. Max HP by percentage is still really good. House party for a small friend, that's not bad, but there's a lot of small friends I don't really want to even play. I do want to upgrade my friends though. That'll upgrade all of the damage and stuff like that. That's a party like it's... I'm gonna say 1999. When you upgrade a friend, your other friends, your other items rather, gain +3 bonus damage, +3 bonus shield, and +1 bonus burn. Alright, Curio. Alright, that's a second of slow for our slowing item. 2 damage for all of our items, 1 damage for all of our items. Let's gain the additional shielding as well before rolling. Oh, we do get some haste boots. That's great.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
So, an additional second of haste on DJ Robot, which I think is really, really, really good. Is the weakest part of this build actually the nanobots right now? Because the thing is, Big Bulldozer does get really big. 1% crit chance to the board, 3 burn, some shields. We definitely take those. A med kit as well.
Tragedy. Reuse everything.
I think that's what we're looking for. 2 sharpening stone, tools decreased by 5%. Let's go for the loot items. Come on. Cooldown reduction. 9% 2 times? Oh, wow. I definitely think we're targeting that on DJ Robot and we're going to try and get full haste happening again. 6.3 second cooldown on DJ Robot. It gives 3 seconds worth of haste to all of the friends on the field, including itself. Getting it to 3.3 seconds between activations. Robo Bouncer. I mean, Robo Bouncer, you have a... You have Sharpened Steel. When you use a weapon, adjacent items gain 8% crit chance for the fight. Other than that, cybersecurity is your only friend on board. Okay. So we've managed to get our board towards perma-haste status, which is really important. It's also got reduced cooldown from Bulldozer as well as the insect wings that we've hit. Pulse Rifle, +1 multicast if adjacent to a friend. Double this if it's your only friend. Anyway, goodbye to the Pulse Rifle. Middle sells medium items. All in sells gold tier skills, and there's a lot of gold tier skills I need. Medium items are nice. I mean, I'd love to upgrade DJ Robot, but
Why does Lufu set himself apart? We Sphinxians must work together.
when you use a tool gains haste for 1 second. When you gain burn shield, the first time you fall below half health shield, and when you crit, your shield items gain 10% damage for the fight. I do have a little bit of crit chance on some of my items. That would definitely be the best outcome. And there are, when you haste, give your items crit chance. That's definitely something that exists. Tools of the Trade would give these abilities, the Heavy Duct Tape and the Chris Army Knife, the ability to pass haste back and forth between one another, which otherwise they don't have access to. Okay, never mind. I'll go Tools of the Trade.
Soon I think you will be ready for Adira's training.
Slow more Lumbra sells slow skills.
So let's check out what they have.
Very fast.
Slow targets. When you slow, your items gain 2% crit chance for the fight. There's also slow and steady. When you slow, your weapons gain damage for the fight. Or the first time you use a large item, slow an item for 5 seconds. I'm going to give the one that gives me crit chance, which is already making me sad that I didn't go for the alternative option previously, but okay, whatever. Low-key Otter. You've got a very cool skin, but you have a very cool build. Oh, Pylon. You've got Pylon and cool LEDs, which is gonna slow me both when you use it as well as when you use the core. The Pylon is hasting whenever you use slow. You've got Chemsnail, sorry. When you slow, charge this for 3 seconds. It's got a lot of poison on it as well. It's between duct tape. You've got a build, buddy. That's a build. I wasn't expecting to see a build in this game. I was thinking this would be the only build. Indeed. Well, appropriately for what I just said, I'm going down to 0 prestige.
No time but the present.
A free diamond tier item. Do I want to take that? The possibility that it gives me a small item as its cooldown reduced could be hilarious. But there's so many enchantments that are worth a dang it. Alright. DJ Robot would literally just burn if I put that on him. What are you called? Bomb Squad? Bomb Squad could double its burn, which is not bad, because it gets +1 burn every time an ally is used. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I'm thinking of Charcoal. I'm thinking of a completely different guy. Bill? Yeah, Bill just burns a bunch. All right, Bomb Squad, double burn, please. And then upgrading your burn is now a priority. Ooh, Malafang. You sell burn skills? Well, I'm buying.
Substance is my business. What you do with them is yours.
Okay. First time you fall below half health each fight. Shield equal to the total burn of your item. Says Conflagration. When you use an item with burn, that item gains 2 burn for the fight. Oh, that's diabolical. All right, I'm taking Chris Army Knife off the field, as well as selling Walter Cooler, because that's just enough to buy Conflagration, which is going to give +4 to the Bomb Squad every time.
You know?
Cinders for burn. Those burn, the cinders will double. Loot items are nice for cooldown reduction and things like that, but I think this burn is actually going to be pretty important to us. 6 additional burn per cinders I sell, and I also get up to a total of 8 gold from it. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy about that. I'm going to gain a slow item for free here, and it is Pylon. When you slow, haste an item for a second. I still only have the heavy duct tape actually slowing, but I have pieces for a slow build. I've got Pylon, I've got the heavy duct tape, I've got slowed targets, giving me increased crit chance for the slows. I've got Diamond Fangs in case I happen to upgrade any of these. Elite Duelist has Butterfly Swords as well as Lifesteal on all weapons, if I'm lucky. Big Bill, you are a vehicle. Full Arsenal would be incredible as a pickup here from Bloodreef Captain. Full Arsenal being their skill, your items cooldowns reduced by 5% if you have a vehicle, reduced by 5% if you have a weapon, and 5% if you have a tool. So that's 15% cooldown reduction across my board. That would be brokenly good. I will say, Roaming Isle, you definitely have the highest general value of items on your board, but with only 1 gold and 1 experience difference between the two of you, I'd rather go for Bloodreef Captain and the possibility that I get the 15% cooldown reduction, especially considering Bloodreef, you have 5 items on board. I don't know if it's like equally weighted, like there's 1/6 chance of getting full arsenal. If anyone does know that, of course, I would love to. Yeah, this burn is really significant as it turns out. We're up to 48 burn on that. Before Big Bill Dozer is even hitting for 400, we're burning for 200. That's it! The arsenal is full! Okay, so DJ Rob0t, yours is currently 6.3, and you're my highest cooldown on the board? Great. But now it's 5.4. Oh, baby. Nufu, you sell skills, don't you? When you use a tool gains haste for 2 seconds, which would be itself. When you use your leftmost item, burn 2. When your items gain freeze, burn 16. I think it's tools of the trade. Just take another upgrade so the heavy duct tape is speeding itself up. Because it's so good at slowing. All-in only sells gold tier skills, which I can't afford right now. So I'm gonna go to Lost and Found. And have a great idea. Let's beat up Earthdawn! We have perma-friend haste now, with DJ Rob0t hasting for more than half of its own cooldown, and more than half of the cooldown of any of the other items on the field as well. Bill is now much more important to this field state as well, because Bill is another 20% cooldown reduction. And realistically, this build is not powerful. This build is fast. There's a difference. I'm gonna pause here because that was a little laggy, and I'm gonna reload the game, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, let's go to Fortis and check out these shield skills.
You'll barely even need an offense.
When your enemy uses a weapon, do I have enough money to get that? 7? No. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it then, because that would have been good scaling for my heavy duct tape, but only against enemies who are using weapons. First time use a large item each fight. Adjacent shield items gain plus 15 shield for the fight. I could use that. And heck, it's significantly cheaper than the other options.
Always have one.
Upgrade your leftmost item. That's gonna be Big Bill Dozer. Give me a cooldown reduction of 30% now to all of my friends. And he sells small items. Beyond, you sell freeze skills. First time you poison each fight. When you freeze, haste the core. When you freeze, no. When your items gain freeze. First time you poison each fight. Alright.
Yes, goodbye.
I've got that. I haven't got a way to poison my enemies yet, but as soon as I do, having 5 seconds worth of freeze is really, really impactful. Lord Arkan. You've got Unwavering. When you use an item shield 40, you've also got heavy weaponry, 120 damage when you use, plus rather, 120 damage to all large items. Oh, wow, I actually got beaten. I mean, we were one tick of burn away from beating the enemy there, but I'm still very surprised. Bakun, you sell medium and large items. I mean, again, I still want the DJ robot upgrade, but it feels like it's way too late for that.
Do you have any really small things?
Race car, eh? 30% global cooldown reduction. How do you ignore that? On top of another 15% global cooldown reduction. And yet the game is asking me to change my entire board just so that I'm doing haste stuff again. I'm gonna go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. Robotics Factory. Your friends have +1 multicast. And it's so much more expensive than I can definitely at all afford.
Am I even a master merchant?
I'm gonna go get 3 spare change. Are they? They're not even higher tier. Oh, no. All right, Rafi. Wait, I haven't... Oh my god, I haven't got an upgraded item yet. I can lose this fight and I'll still be fine. Yay! Right? No, I got the burn on the burn guy. Okay, it just shows you 1 prestige because you're still alive. Oh, Chrono Barrier. Enemy items are increased in cooldown by 2 seconds. Buddy, I worked so hard to lower my cooldowns. What are you doing? Thankfully, the Fiery Bomb Squad has my back and burns the enemy to hell. I do kind of want to fight the sparring partner because what I really want is just a bunch of money. It's just, I'm not going to be slowing anything, so I'm not going to get any additional crit, and if I don't get any additional crit, like, I'm just getting, I mean, not that it would have changed it actually, I'm just getting the shielding from heavy duct tape sides. I'm trying to deal most of my damage with burn. I'm going to go to Midsworth. Sparring partner. Sparring partner's gonna give me like 6 gold maximum. It's gonna be really embarrassing. Higher for a burn item which I could sell. Alright, Midsworth. Give me an upgrade on one of my items, please. Kinetic cannon when you use a small item, give this +20 damage to the fight. There's the memory card as well. Whenever you sell this, give the core plus damage equal to quadruple this item's value. So I sell this for 8 and I get 32 additional damage on the weaponized core. That wouldn't be bad if I was using the core. Charcoal. When you use another friend, this gains 2 burn for the fight. Not really the kind of thing I'm trying to look for. Crane. It's a vehicle, a weapon, and a tool. So it does get the 15% cooldown reduction. And it scales a lot better than the alternatives. If I'm honest, I don't think nanobots or the other nanobots are doing anything at the moment. I think if I did this and took Big Bulldozer off the field, but the weaponized core there, and then see, the crane has to be adjacent to DJ Robot and the weaponized core, which means that that kind of would be the build. This needs to be adjacent to 2 friends, but if it is, it's not adjacent to the heavy duct tape anymore. And if the heavy duct tape's there, then the weaponized core would have to go on the other side of the crane. The crane would get haste from Tools of the Trade. I don't think so. I do feel like I go down with this ship. I don't think the damage from the nanobots is anything anymore. I don't even think the damage that we're getting off of Bulldozer from the nanobots is anything anymore. I think it's just Fiery Bomb Squad. Bulldozer is here just for the cooldown reduction on the other characters, I believe. Which means I could field the weaponized core. I think that's probably a lot stronger of a board. All sells large items.
Off you go.
I'm gonna go for the non-weapon item. Oh my god, 8% cooldown reduction to the board? What is happening here? I mean, I'll sell it, but I don't have to do that just yet, right? Trash Titan, you have Juggler. Why don't you just give me Juggler right now? Why don't you just do that? You never give me Juggler these days. Juggler, when you use a small item, charge a large item for a second. That'd be a lot of scaling on Big Dozer. Yeah, 100%. It's only the burn. It's the only thing that matters is having fast friends either side of the Fiery Bomb Squad and scaling that burn high. Ectoplasm. Every 6 seconds, burn... Sorry, poison. I'm so used to burn. Poison for 3 and heal equal to your opponent's poison. Get a tool. Your friends have their cooldowns reduced. I'm going to go for the loot items because 3% cooldown reduction to the entire board is nothing. You know what is something? Actually, I was really hoping I was going to find more cooldown reduction there, but I didn't. Never mind. Ignore that I asked. Professor Wriggle sells poison skills. There is one skill? Ugh. I really want to look for exactly one skill. It's a poison-related skill for Dooley. There's... All of these are for when you poison, when you poison, when you poison. When you poison, when you poison. Poisonous Opener. The first time you use a large item each fight, poison for an amount. That would be exactly one that I want, and there's nothing else. Literally none of the other items there are useful for me. I'm gonna go to Pearl's dig site and see if I can find...
Waiting for us in the ground.
When you use an adjacent weapon, slow an item for 2 seconds. Not bad for the weaponized core, but I don't really feel like I can take anything off board for it. Robo. Haste your small items for 2 seconds every 10 seconds. When you use an adjacent aquatic item, haste this 2 seconds. No thank you. There's a cog and a proboscis as well. Ooh, toxic missiles. When you use the core, reload this. So the thing is, toxic missiles does have multicast, which is really, really good for charging up Fiery Bomb Squad and getting additional charges out of the heavy duct tape. Its cooldown would be 45% lower, 30%, and another 15% from full arsenal, getting it to like 1.7 second cooldown for a multicast of 2. It does have poison, which would trigger a freeze for 5 seconds. I think I take the weaponized core back off field to use it.
Hey, you're a natural at this.
Yes. Yes, I realize. So the weaponized core is not going to be able to reload toxic missiles, which means toxic missiles is just going to get 6 shots. That's 6 full shots capable of doing anything to the board, but that's going to trigger the Fiery Bomb Squad so much. It's twice as fast at doing that as First Aiden was. It's also freezing an item for 5 seconds at the start of the fight and scaling Big Bulldozer faster, which is not really that relevant. But the Fiery Bomb Squad is going to already have like 150 burn on them by the time the Toxic Missiles is done. JJ, you sell items.
A customer.
Combat Core. It's a core weapon in a vehicle. When you use any item left of this, gain damage. When you use any item to the right, gain shield. Forklift, every 10 seconds. Deal 100 damage for each item to the left of this, and then haste this and items to the right of it for 5 seconds. And then cybersecurity, dealing quadruple damage if it's my only friend. I'm sorry, buddy, but I do have other friends. I'll be steering clear of the remainder here.
Maybe I'm not cut out for business.
DJ Robot is perma haste to my board. I can't turn that down. Perma haste on top of extremely low cooldown. I think by the time the enemy activates, I will already have a surprising amount of burn on them. And though Toxic Missiles is going to stop working very quickly, by the time it does, I will already have enough damage to win the fight. They've got a Cash Cannon and a Lion's Cane. They've actually got a really large amount of damage on their board. There's that burn. Toxic Missiles is out, and so's the enemy.
That was impressive.
That's our 7. Okay, I consider 7 and above a win. And that's actually true. All in sells gold tier skills. A lot of them I'd love.
Train you to kill. I will train you to live.
When you use your leftmost item, haste an item for 2 seconds. When you slow, gain 2 regeneration. 4 regeneration every 2 and a bit seconds. No, thank you. Mixed messages. When you use a non-weapon item, a weapon gains haste for a second. I think I'm just going slowed targets gives additional crit shots. Non-weapon items.
Decide your deathstruments.
One of these days, they're going to try and upgrade my DJ Robot. I'm going to be pretty happy about it, but I'm also going to be very salty that it didn't happen earlier. Price 9,000's here, just in case I intend on going back into a poison strategy.
I suppose you'll go by a weapon instead.
DJ Robot just gives so much haste. How do you ignore that? Alright, let's go fight the
Let's release our joy and rage.
the Lord of the Wastes. Genie's Lamp would be a really good way for me to pick up a bunch of... Yep, Toxic Missiles is already out, but the enemy's already dead.
The desert cleanse you.
Genie's Lamp would be a really good way for me to pick up some additional max HP and money, but I don't get that. I get the Magic Carpet every 4 seconds. When you crit, every 4 seconds, deal 24 damage. When you crit, this gains 24 damage for the fight. Your friends have their cooldowns reduced by 3%. You know what? It's definitely time for that. Goldie sells gold tier items. Alia sells weapons. Charging station. When you use the item left of this, charge the item to the right for a single second. When you use the core, give it 20 damage for the fight. No thank you. Thrusters and the bunker are all going to be turned down. Chrono barrier as well, I suspect. Enemy cooldowns are increased by 1%. Yep. It's just not for us. All sells large items. JJ sells items in general, though.
And sometimes I sell stuff.
I'm being very, very, very picky here, but also, it has kind of gone okay. Speaking of being very picky, I'm just going to look at a couple of shops. I'm not going to do anything in any of them. But I will fight an exotic llama to the death. Actually, the exotic llama is not on death's door, so if I fight it to the death in this instance, it will be mine. Which I kinda expect.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
Oh boy, Fiery Vineyard. When you use another item, charge this for 4 seconds, and it heals them as well as burns me. I got some good freezing on them, but Restorative Booby Trap. When you use a property, freeze an item for 3 seconds, and heal 39. And they're not going to stop using properties at all.
Was invigorating.
Land Scraper and Fiery Vineyard next to an Iwashi Wildybird, so it's constantly going off. Oh, that was a wild build. Look, I can't be sad that I lost to that guy. I can only be happy that I got 7 wins. Big Bill Dozer. You gotta love him. DJ Rob0t, I gotta say, despite the fact that I didn't really get to upgrade you at all, despite, you being the first item I found and the only upgrade that I really looked for the entire run, that was really fun. I'm glad I got to use you. This was way too speculative a pick. Diamond Fangs, like if I ended up managing to upgrade Fiery Bomb Squad to the degree that it got 30% cooldown reduction, it would have been incredible. Same for First Aiden. But unfortunately I didn't really find those. I can't say I feel too bad about it though. That's another 2 chests for the pile? And soon that pile will be tall enough to pop all of them. Hey, wait until I have a total of 10, because you can open 10 at a time, but for the moment, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Bazaar. Top left is a series playlist for all that content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at above the thank you. And a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.